Okay, they say success has many challenges. I'm going to get started with this meeting. I just found out that for whatever reason, the link that we sent out is not working. However, I'm ready to go. I'm excited. So, unfortunately, you guys can't get on this meeting, but I am recording it. And within an hour, or I should say 10 minutes after this training is over, I will get the link out to everyone. So I do apologize. I followed all the instructions. This is a brand new video conferencing room. Not exactly sure what happened, but hey, the show goes on, and I am super excited to give you guys this training. I've been promoting it for a couple of days now, and I'm here to tell you that the strategy I'm going to be sharing with you right now, I've used it. Um, I recruited as many as 30 people in a month, 20 people in a month, but I didn't have this extra secret weapon that I'm about to share with you that's going to make it a lot easier. I mean, in fivefold better results, and you'll understand it when I share the secret weapon with you. So, with no further ado, I'm not going to waste a lot of time. I don't believe in very long training sessions. You know, some guys, they're great trainers, but they tell a lot of stories and they go for an hour and a half to 2 hours. This training should take anywhere between 30 to 40 minutes, and it's going to be jam-packed, and you're going to come away feeling really good about what you need to do to grow your RCC business and make a whole lot of money. So let's get started. The purpose of this training is to show you how to generate 50 targeted leads, specifically network marketers, every single day, and for free, by the way. How to get their attention and how to get them to watch the 19-minute RCC presentation. And I have a disclaimer. Now, we understand the way we approach people with Rocket Cash Cycle is that anyone could do it that has limited time, limited experience. Just go out there and get your two and help your two get two. That doesn't change. That is still there. So, but when you're watching this call, you go, oh my God, I didn't think it was going to involve all of this. Keep in mind that hasn't changed. You can still go out and get two and help those people get two. You're still going to want to put some fuel on the fire. This is advanced training for those people that really want to make the really big income, the huge income that many people do in this industry. And there are a lot of millionaires that have been made in network marketing. There are a lot of 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a month incomes in network marketing. And there's a lot of people out there that's broke. Now, the reason why I'm excited about Rocket Cash Cycle is because I really believe that this program is for the average person, is for the non-network marketer, is for the person with limited time and limited abilities and limited skills. I really believe it. Go out there and get your two, help those two get two, and as soon as you come off that first board, now you're on a waiting list to get to that $5,000. Of course, you got to help your people to follow you, and all you need is one person, by the way, to follow you to be qualified to get that $5,000. So we have an exciting training schedule for you. Again, a disclaimer, this is super advanced training. So but even if you're looking to take it easy with this company and you want to take a more, lax approach to it, you still will get golden nuggets out of this training, I promise you. Okay, that was my disclaimer. Now we got to make some announcements. We've decided every Tuesday and Thursday night, we'll have a 5K team call. It'll be at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We may change it from time to time, but as of right now, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7:30 Eastern. The phone number is on the screen. We also have a replay number. Usually within 10, 15 minutes, that replay number will be active. So keep in mind, even if you missed a call, you figure the average call that we do, the team calls, last 25, 30, 40 minutes. Wait another 10 minutes, and that replay should be available. We're also announcing, and we announced it already, that we're coming out with the 5K team prospecting system. I'm right now in the process of getting it. It's going to probably take more than a week to complete it. I'm hoping to get it done by the end of next week. But, folks, this is exciting. This will be a complete prospecting system with capture pages, landing pages. We're also going to do our own presentation. I'm going to be actually approaching Lori, if she can help me. For those that don't know who Lori is, if you're on the Wednesday night call, she's super as far as explaining this company. And we're considering doing our own call. But for now, the prospecting system will have multiple capture pages, going into a landing page with the presentation. For now, it'll be the presentation we presently use, the 19-minute presentation. We'll have testimonials on those pages. We're going to have an autoresponder attached to the system. We'll have tracking. Tracking means if you do some online advertising, you can track where your results are coming from. So that's going to be exciting. It's going to be absolutely free to you, no cost to you. We'll also announce the contest. If you bring on 2 or more people by Monday midnight Pacific Standard Time, you're going to qualify for 1 drawing in the contest. And the contest is you'll get a free e-pin. And as you know, an e-pin is a sign-up. Instead of someone using their credit card to sign up, we give them an e-pin. They pay $315 for the e-pin, and we use the e-pin to put them in the system. So we're going to do a contest for the e-pin. If you bring on 2 or more, you get 1 drawing. If you bring on 3, sponsor 3 people by midnight Monday Pacific Standard Time, you'll get 2 drawings. You bring on 4, you'll get 3 drawings. 3 tickets towards a drawing. You bring on 5, obviously, personally sponsor 5, you'll have 4 tickets towards that drawing. Simple. And then whoever wins, we're going to do the drawing on Tuesday night training. Exactly how we're going to do it, I'm not exactly sure. I might just put the tickets in a box or people's names. So if you got 4 tickets coming to you, I'll just do it all by hand, and I'll probably put it in a hat, and I'll let my wife pick it or something. Or folks, I'm not looking to fix this drawing, okay? So I hope you trust me. If anybody has any creative ideas, that's awesome. Maybe we could come up with some creative idea. But Tuesday night we're gonna do the drawing, and you have to be on the Tuesday night training in order to qualify. So if we call out your name, you're not there. We'll draw it until someone says, yeah, I'm here. And then Jay was going to make a special announcement, but unfortunately Jay can't get on. But he was going to announce a special training on social media, which will be Monday. Supposed to be some really super advanced training. If you were on Thursday's call, he talked a little bit about it, and it kind of blew my mind. So he'll get that information on the Skype room. And if you're not on our Skype room, the 5K team Skype room, and if you don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to Skype, folks, everyone has a computer. Get your free Skype account. It's free. And get on the 5K team Skype room so you know what's going on. That's how we're going to communicate with everyone. Again, this is your business. Even if you got this part-time, it's still a business. It's a part-time business for you to make a serious amount of money and take the responsibility and get on Skype and be plugged into our 5K team Skype room. So Jay will get that information over to you in the Skype room as far as Monday night training. And Tuesday, like I said, we're going to be announcing the contest, and that will be our 5K team call. And it'll be 7:30 Tuesday night Eastern Standard Time. Now, before I share these strategies with you folks, I want to talk about the mindset of hold on, I'm sorry. I want to talk about the mindset of a high-income earner, the big hitters that we always talk about. And basically what it is they know, accept, and understand a certain thing. And if you get this, it means all the difference in the world. And if you can embrace today's training, some of the strategies, techniques I'm going to share with you, along with this mindset, you can become a top money earner in any company. And you will never be unemployed. You will never be unemployed. You will always, especially if you get a company like Rocket Cash Cyclers that's going to overpay you, you will never be unemployed, and you'll always will be a top income earner. I promise you, if you embrace these strategies, these techniques, and you take action on it. Again, this is advanced training, but even if you're a part-time, what I'm sharing with you, you could do once a week. This works, and it works 100% of the time. Now, here's the mindset of a high-income earner. This is what they know. They know that the majority of the people they talk to are going to reject their business. That is a fact. In fact, when my friend Mike Ippolito called me up and he was telling me about Rocket Cash Cycler, immediately I said to him, Mike, I'm not interested. I know about cycler programs. I'm not interested. They don't work. And I was right away closed-minded. thank God, a couple of days later, I learned a little bit more about Rocket Cash Cycling, and I called them up. I said, Mike, is it really true? Can average and ordinary people really make that kind of money? He said, Guy, absolutely. In fact, he made his first $5,000, and I hate to say how long it took him because it's not typical, okay? But Mike just hit it right, and he brought in 4 people right away. And he made $5,000 in 6 days, I think, or 8 days. That's kind of ridiculous. But people are doing it in 3 weeks. Some people are doing it 4 to 6 weeks. Some people might be a little longer. Some people don't do it at all. But I'm here to tell you, there's not a person listening to this training right now that does not have the ability to stick it out, bring on 2 people, help those 2 people, bring on 2 people, and then if they want to incorporate some of this advanced training, it's just incredible. But keep in mind, having said all that, most people that you approach with this company or any other network marketing company will say no to you. That is a fact. And the big income earners, the high income earners, they understand that. They understand that sometimes they have to talk to 10, maybe 20 people before they say a yes. And knowing this gets them excited, and it should get you excited. So that means if you're talking to so many people, they're saying no, well, guess what? You're getting real close to a yes. Why? Because and again, why are they excited? Again, because they know what it takes to get to that yes. They know that after a while they start understanding what we call the law of averages. Winners understand the law of averages. If anyone here follows baseball, you know the law of averages. You know, you get a batter that comes up at the plate. He can strike out 7 times out of 10 times he's up at the plate, but 3 times he gets a hit. He's got a 300 average. He is a $2, $3, $5, $10 million contract. He's going to be a millionaire, this 300 hitter. Even a 280 hitter. You know, that means he gets a hit every 2.8 times when he gets up at bat. That's an average. You see, ball players, scouts, major league managers, the owners that are paying these outrageous salaries, they understand the law of averages. They understand the averages. They understand that the best hitters could go 0-20. He'll strike out 10 times in a row, ground out the other 10 times in a row. He'll be 0 for 20. But then he'll eventually get 3 or 4 hits in a row. And before you know it, he's back to his law of averages. And everyone will have their law of averages. Of course, if you're really good on the telephone, your law of averages are going to be a lot better than for someone that is not as good on the telephone. Or maybe you don't have my charismatic charm. And my command and articulation of the English language. And you know I'm kidding. But it's all about practice makes perfect, right? And the more you do something, the better you become at it. But everyone will have their law of averages. And the law of averages never fails because it's the law of the universe, basically. And once you understand and you accept the law of averages, once you grasp that, activity begins and success immediately follows. And there's no disputing it. But you got to grasp it. You got to understand it. And you have to have confidence and belief in what you're doing is working. And I'm here to tell you, I am proof that this works, okay? Because I'm doing it and it works. And I've done in the past where I sponsor as many as 30 people without the secret weapon and without this other unique thing that we're going to add to it to get people to get those people's attentions and to get them to watch the 19-minute presentation. And most of all, the top income earners, they take action. Winners take action. And so you could embrace all the information I'm giving you today. You're going to love it. You can say, wow, that was one of the best calls I've ever been on. Guy, I am so excited. But you got to act on it. You know, there's one thing, there's knowledge, but it's applied knowledge. You got to take the information I'm sharing with you, and you got to take action on it. And most of these top income earners, they have a daily action plan. And again, for those people that are part-timers, listen, you may only want to work just 2 days a week, and that's okay. So if you say, you know, Saturday morning, I'm going to get up at 10 o'clock, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to go do this, walk in the park, and from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, I'm going to do maybe this technique we're talking about today. And then you commit to it. Or you say, you know what, I work 5 days a week. 2 days a week, I'm going to come home, and I'm going to have dinner, relax, and then from 7 to 8 o'clock at night, I'm going to make phone calls. I'm going to follow up with prospects. I'm going to execute this technique we're sharing with you today. So, you decide what you're going to commit to. If it's 8 hours a week, 10 hours a week, 20 hours a week, But whatever you decide on, you got to commit to it. You got to take action on it. Even if you want to be part-time. One day a week, I want to do 2 hours of this technique. Okay, Saturday, 11 to 12, 11 to 2, 11 to 1. I'm going to do this. And then you commit to it. So do you have a daily action plan? And again, it doesn't have to be every day. But if that day happens to be a Saturday, put down that action plan. Starting at 11 o'clock, I'm going to do this. Maybe you have a blog. I'm going to post a blog. Maybe you want to do some little online advertising, especially now when we get the prospecting system. You do your advertising. Have your plan of action set up, and then execute that plan of action. So, again, before you start your day, fill out your action list. Do you predetermine how many hours you will commit to the day of your business? I already covered that. Ask yourself this question, and that's another thing. Sometimes we get off course, and a lot of times we're doing things that aren't making us any money, and I'm guilty of it. And by the way, folks, you're looking at someone that's a procrastinator, lazy. I find myself doing a lot of things sometimes that's not making me money, and I got to catch myself and ask this question: is what I'm doing right now making me money? Is it getting closer to my goal? Folks, I'm unorganized. I mean, I got papers all over the place. I'm unorganized. I got to get more organized. So if I'm able to have success and recruit people on a consistent basis, I promise you, you could have a lot more success than me. Although you won't have my good looks and charm and charisma. That, unfortunately, I was lucky. I was born with all of that. Okay, so as promised, I'm going to show you how to generate 50 targeted leads. Actually, it's more than 50 targeted leads, but that's the pitch. It's an abundance of leads, okay? In fact, when I shared this with Jay on Thursday, he said, "Oh, this is a freaking gold mine," and he didn't use the word freaking, okay? He said, "Oh my God, it's a complete database of network marketers," and there are some home business people in there that work from home that are maybe not network marketers, but the majority of this database is network marketers, and you have access to these people every single day. And I'm going to share with you on this little technique we're using on how to get their attention. And then how to get them to watch a 19-minute Rocket Cash Cycler presentation. And again, I'm going to share the disclaimer with you. This is super advanced training, but even for those that want to take it easy with Rocket Cash Cycler, you can still implement this, 1 day a week, an hour a week. It's up to you. Okay. There's a name of a company called IBO Toolbox. It's a social media website, okay, where people this IBO Toolbox is a website you could create. It's all free, by the way. You can have blogs, you can write press releases, you can write articles, and everybody in this community, and there's thousands of them. When you write your article, and by the way, you could use this too. Just don't use it for what this one technique. Check it out. This is great. You could post articles, which they call press releases. People on the social media, they'll not only read your articles, they'll make comments on it. That people are networking back and forth. They make friends with each other. So again, by the way, folks, I'm not a social media guy. I'm on Facebook. I got over 3,000 friends, I believe, and many a times I've attempted to use Facebook more, and I know I got to use it more, but I'm not a social media guy. I probably won't be doing so much social media with IBO Toolbox, but some of you are. If you enjoy social media, then this might be the place you want to do that with. But for the purpose of this technique, and this is free to join, but you need someone to recommend you or sponsor you into this. It doesn't cost anything to join. So get with your upline. If he's not in it yet, get your upline to get your sponsor link. But just get into this IBO Toolbox. In fact, a lot of people might already be in it, and maybe they haven't done much with it. I know Jay said he's already in it. In fact, when this technique was shared with me, I was in IBO Toolbox, and I haven't really been taking advantage of the tools that they give you. They give you a blog. But again, this technique, what I'm about to share with you and how to approach it, I mean, folks, it's incredible. So take a look at the screen. It might be a little small right now, but when you log in, when you set up your account and you log in the upper right-hand corner, you may not be able to see it, but on the upper right-hand corner on the right side, it says search. and you click search, and it takes you to this page right here, and then right underneath where it says account, account, I can't make it out myself, but this is account info. There's you got to click on the icon right there, and I can't even read it myself. It says join date range, account age, join date range, and you put in a date. And you only can put one day in. You don't have to do several days, because when you just do one day, I mean, hundreds of people are going to show up. You could do the last day. You could do. I usually pick a month, a day in last month. Okay, but it doesn't matter. Just pick a date range, and then you hit search right here on the top right hand corner. It says IBO search, and then you search the database, and this is what happens. You get this. You get all these names, hundreds and thousands of people in this database. And then you see those little binoculars over there? You click on that binocular, and this is what comes up. You got the person's name. Let me get my glasses on. You got their name. You got their level of activity. People get as many as 5 stars. He lives in Winterville, Ohio. You got his phone number. You got his Skype. But by the way, you got his Skype, so you can connect with him on Skype. Make money, Dustin. I got a feeling this guy's into making money. Then what you could do is view his profile further. You also could view his wall post, so you can see what he's talking about. You can see what he's involved in, what he's promoting. Folks, right here, this is a prospect. This is a guy that you want to make friends with. And again, what I'm about to share with you right now is not cold calling, okay? I don't like cold calling, but I don't look at this as cold calling. I look at this guy, Dustin, as my friend, a fellow network marketer, just like me. And what do network marketers do? We network. We like to talk to other network marketers. In fact, that's our goal. Every day we want to connect with other network marketers. So what I'll do is I'll find out a little bit about Dustin, and then I'm going to pick up the phone, and I'm going to call up Dustin, and I will say, hey, Dustin. Oh, by the way, if I get his voicemail, the last thing I'm going to do is say, hey, Dustin, this is Guy Santarama, and I'm going to call you up to learn blah, 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 and you call me back. There's a good chance Dustin isn't going to call you back. But if you just call up Dustin, hey, Dustin, Guy Santarama here. I saw your profile on IBO Toolbox. Can you please call me back? My number is blah, 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 blah. Dustin is a network marketer. You're involved with RocketCast Cycler. Someone calls you up and they say they just saw you on the internet. Are you going to return their phone call? Of course you are. You think Dustin's going to return your phone call? Of course he is. So when you leave a message for him, don't give him a sales pitch. Don't tell him he's going to turn $315 into $5,000 over and over again. There's a good possibility he won't call you back. But if you say, hey, Dustin, I saw you on IBO Toolbox. If you don't mind, I'd like you to give me a call, and that's it. Chances are he'll call you. But if Dustin picks up the phone, you say, hi, Dustin, Guy Santarama here, fellow network marketer. I live in New York. I see that I saw you on the IBO, your profile on the old IBO Toolbox. I was wondering if you have a couple of minutes. And what I do, and I found out whenever I have a bad call where it doesn't go well, by the way, I don't have a script for you guys. I wish I can give you a script. I don't work from scripts. I don't like scripts. In fact, 2 days ago, I had 2 people call me back to back because I send out I do a lot of these email blasts, and I always put my phone number. And I'm not exaggerating, almost 5 minutes apart, I get 2 guys back to back hit me with the identical script saying, hi, Guy. This is so-and-so. If I can show you how you can recruit 3 to 5 additional people to your network marketing company, very simple and easy, and again, I'm maybe change it a little bit. And if we could teach your team to do the same, how much do you think that will help grow your business? And then, by the way, it was an Empower Network. And then 5 minutes later, the exact call. He didn't try to build any rapport with me. He didn't try to make a friend. Now, by the way, that would work. Even if that's all you did, that would work. But me personally, I find that when I'm speaking with someone and if the call goes bad, that's because I never made the connection. I never became friends with him. So what I like to do is, and I'm pretty good on the phone. In fact, sometimes I'll make silly jokes in the very beginning of a call just by the way the person answered their phone. And I sometimes I get away with it. Sometimes it might backfire on me, but I try to be myself. I'm not selling. By the way, we're not salesmen. Again, I'm making phone calls. I'm having conversations. My goal is to have conversation with 10, maybe 20 fellow network marketers. Build a little rapport. I see you live, like if I'm talking to someone in California, I immediately tell them I don't like them. I hate you people in California. Let me guess. It's 72 degrees. I did that yesterday. And she came back at me and said, no, it's 78 degrees. I hate you even more. So we have fun. By the way, you play any golf? You try to find some commonality. And they say, listen, Dustin, I'm going to get to the point. I got a couple questions if you don't mind me asking. Again, we're network marketers. This is what we do. And by the way, if nothing comes out of this conversation, we just made friends. And who knows, down the road, we might end up doing something together. How's this going so far, folks? We're recording this training, okay? You don't have to memorize everything I'm saying, but you can get the gist of it, okay? So you're building rapport, you're making a friend. And folks, this is what I do, and it works. So don't tell me it doesn't work. Make a friend, and this is no. Again, I'm terrible at sales. I suck at sales, but I'm good at networking. So even if this doesn't go anywhere, Dustin and I just became friends. But I'll say, Dustin, let me ask you a question. Even though Dustin is part of IBO Toolbox, chances are he doesn't know this feature. I said, Dustin, I have a way of generating up to 50 free targeted leads every single day free targeted. I'll to show you how to do it. If you promise me you'll do one thing for me. And he may say, well, what's that? I said, I got a 19-minute video. And I also like to know if you might be opened up to taking a look at something else. Are you totally committed to your opportunity? Or would you be open to take a look at something if you saw that it made a lot of sense and it could put some serious money in your pocket? Because let's be honest, not everyone joins our opportunity. So you may have something else to fall back on. Would you be willing, if I share this technique with you, would you be willing to watch a 19-minute video where I can show you, or how we can show you how you could turn $315 into $5,000 over and over again? It'll be a 19-minute video. Guy, that's great. What's it all about? It's about 19 minutes long. Yeah, but can you tell me a little bit about the name of the company? It's all explained in the video. Yeah, but just give me a little bit of understanding. Yeah, it's about turning $315 into $5,000 over and over again. And folks, I got to be honest with you. I've been talking to people all week. I've never really gotten anybody saying, well, what's the name of the company? And if they do, I'll say that. And if the more they press me, the more I say, well, it's about 19 minutes long. Well, what's it all about? Actually, they explain everything in the video. And besides, you could also say, listen, the reason why we have something that's so special, Dustin, is because we don't have to explain it. The system that we have does all the explaining and convincing for us. All we do is point people to it. So I'll tell you what, if it's okay with you, I'd like to send you the link. And then if you like what you hear or you don't like what you hear, we'll touch base maybe in an hour. I want to talk. Let me stop right there. There's another thing you can do too. Okay, but let me follow up that thought, then I'll come back to another thing you could do. So then you said, well, follow up, get back to me, and you let me know if you're interested, or I'll get back to you and let me know if you're interested. Either way, I'll share this technique with you on how to get these 50 target leads every day for free. And these are targeted network marketers. But you know what's even better? It all depends on what kind of time you have. If I have more time during the day, I would say something like, Dustin, when can you get behind the computer? He may say, I'm behind the computer now. So this is what I like to do, Dustin. Can you watch this presentation now? Yes or no? If he says yes, and I'm pretty direct, folks, send him the link. In fact, what I do, I put him into my autoresponder. I got a capture page, and I put their information in my autoresponder. This way, I send it to them through my autoresponder, and now I got them on my list. And then I'll say, okay, let's do that. 19 minutes. I'll call you back in a half hour. Is that good? Great. And if you tell me if you're interested or not, if you're not interested, either way, I'll share with you the technique. Now, if you got some time and you really want to fine tune this strategy, you can take it one step further. You can say, hey, Dustin, are you behind a computer right now? He says, no. Well, when will you be behind a computer? He says, I'll be behind a computer in about an hour from now. Great. I'll call you back in an hour. And when you get behind the computer, I'll show you where you have to go. So this way, now you can say, okay, Dustin, here's the link. I'll call you back in a half hour, and we'll talk, and you let me know if you like what you see. And you also let me know if you would like to know this technique that I would like to share with you on how to generate those 50 targeted leads every single day for free, under 5 minutes. And that's basically the pitch. Folks, I'm here to tell you, it's not perfect. Nothing's perfect. And most of these people will say no to me. But I get signups. It works. It works all the time. And another thing, if I can build that rapport with Dustin, I told you, sometimes if I have a bad call, it's because I never built up that rapport. But one thing I know, in fact, I'll tell you about some people that I talked to just recently. In fact, I told you I'm not organized, right? Let me give you an example. Shoot, where the heck are my leads from yesterday? I'm going to tell you people I talked to. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. No, that's not it. Oh, come on. Where are my leads? Yep. Okay. Here's one. I'm not going to give his name. The guy's going to school. He works at a country club. He's done some network marketing. He's working MCA. He hasn't made any money with MCA. He works during the day. He's available at night. He's off on weekends. This is all from the conversation. And there's more. And then I talked to a guy yesterday who was a contractor. He owned a construction company. He had 2 bulldozers that were worth like $80,000. And by the way, his concern was, anyway, my point is, I get information on these people. So I'm going to know a lot about Dustin. Dustin plays golf. I'm going to know all these things about this person. So I'm going to put this in my file. By the way, I got a book now. I did get a book. I got a book. I'm getting more organized. I got a book, so I'm going to be putting this in a book. I'm going to get more organized. So when I go back to these leads, I say, okay, Dustin, blah, he likes golf. He's doing this. He's doing this. He lives in wherever he lives. I can't see it on the screen. He works for this company. I know a little bit about him. I'm his friend. I'm his friend now. You see, I'm his friend. And now a couple months go by, and now I might pick up the phone. I said, Dustin, Guy Santaramo here. Hey, I was wondering if how you've been doing since the last time we talked. And again, I'm going to put him back into. I'm going to try to get him back to RCC all over again. Or maybe you just maybe you found out about this new prospecting system that's offered, and maybe there's a referral commission involved where you can make money referring people to a prospecting system. Hey, Dustin, I was thinking of you. I know you're a network marketer. I just came across. You see what I'm saying, folks? You just made a friend. Okay, you could wait a couple of months, you could wait a month, you could wait a couple of weeks, you could call him back, you got a friend, and then you put it in the book, but you know a little bit about each person. You take notes as you're talking to these people, but just be a little bit more organized than me. That's all I ask. Be a little bit more organized than me. Folks, nothing's perfect. There's baseball players, professional baseball players out there that will get up at the plate and they'll strike out 20 times in a row, but they'll come back a couple days later and they'll get 5 hits in a row. This works. It doesn't work 100% of the time. It works 10% of the time, 15% of the time. Maybe in the beginning it'll only work 5% of the time. But it works. I promise you it works. So, I wanted to talk about that guy. Nice guy, nice gentleman. Owns a contracting business, a construction guy. Has 2 bulldozers, and I invited everyone on the call. So even though no one got on this call because we had a problem with the link, I will get the recording out to everyone. And if he's listening, I'm saying this with kindness in my heart. But here's a guy that literally can move mountains. Okay, he can literally move mountains with his equipment. He could tear down buildings and make it an empty lot, and he was concerned about getting 2 people. So just think about the talent that's out there. You ever go to a circus? You ever watch a magician? You ever watch anybody with talent and you say, oh my God, and all we got to do to be successful is to get somebody to watch a presentation? Remember, folks, activity. Remember, the more activity you got, the law of averages will eventually take care of itself. The more activity you have, the more results you will get. The more activity, the more results. The better you become, your law of averages is going to increase, okay? So here you got all this talent out there. Baseball players, football players, magicians, actors, singers. I love American Idol. I love all those. I love the X Factor. I'm addicted to. In fact, Catherine, if you're listening to this training, you ruined it for me the other night. I was trying to watch it with my wife, and you just kept calling me with sign-ups. And I'm very upset with you, Catherine. In fact, right before this call, I'm getting my slides together. Who do you think called me? Catherine. Guy, I got another sign-up. Congratulations, Catherine. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. But oh, this gentleman was concerned about sponsoring two people, but yet he could literally move mountains. He could literally move mountains. Oh, folks, if you only knew, if you embrace this information, you can work any business and be a top income earner. Just take action. Okay, so let's recap. Okay, the difference between winning and losing, folks. The bottom line, you got to take action. And remember, you cannot control your results. Listen, you really can't control your results. I mean, you could be a better closer. And by the way, I don't close. For those guests that are on the phone with me now, listen to this now, that spoke to me, that joined, you know I don't close you. In fact, I want you to be 100% confident you're comfortable with our product, you're comfortable with being part of our team, and you are confident you can bring on at least two people that can bring on two people. So I don't close people, okay, folks? So all you can do is all you can do. I have no control. Now, Catherine signed up the night I spoke to her. I talked to her in the afternoon. She happened to get on, she watched the video, she got on our training call, she signed up that night, and she even signed up somebody else right after that. And since then, all she's been doing is signing up people and interrupting my time watching TV, which I'm really upset with you, Catherine. But you can't control your results, okay? But in this case, I got lucky with Catherine, and several people joined since then. But you can control your activity. Get that in your head. Okay, I hope I'm not going over 40 minutes. And when you start taking this type of action, folks, wonderful things happen. Actually, several wonderful things happen. Your skills will improve. You'll get better. You'll get more hits. What happened? Oh, I got nervous. You'll start recruiting more. Your team will start growing. You'll start making money. Your life is going to be better. You're going to be happier. Your significant other will like you a little bit more. Okay? My wife, when I'm making money, my wife asks me for money. I want to give it to her. I want to make her happy. I want breakfast in the morning. I want it she makes it for me. But when she's not happy with me, she's not going to make me breakfast in the morning. I want my back rub once in a while. That's hard to do. That's hard. Okay? But I want to make I want to go. So, folks, beautiful vacations. Imagine if you want to do is be a part-timer. What if you only made $5,000 once every month? Once a year. What a great vacation you could go on. But what if you did just once a month? Folks, what about the tax benefits? You can get, if you get serious, and I'm not an accountant, I'm not giving any tax advice, but there's two known authorities on taxes, a CPA Botkin, Sandy Botkin, and Ron Mueller, Dr. Ron Mueller. These both guys, they have courses that they sell. They both say you can save, Dr. Mueller says you can save at least, you're throwing away $100 a week if you don't have a home business. Right there, it's $5,000 a year. And Sandy Botkin, he says it's the most moral, legal way that you can slash your taxes by up to 50%, he says. And it's thanks to the IRS and Congress. Those are his words, not my words. But could you imagine, you treat this as a business, you get those legal tax write-offs, and then you make $5,000 every couple of months, even once every quarter, or God forbid, once a month. Okay? You're going to be driving a nicer car. You're going on nicer vacations. Think about it. Picture that in your mind. So that's why it drives me crazy when people see something they like. Oh, I don't have the $315. Well, go ahead and get the damn $315. Difference between winners and losers. Let me just close with this, okay? I hope I don't go over 40 minutes. The ultimate goal, and you hear a lot of people promoting this, is to have your business to be as automated as possible. And that's why we're introducing the prospecting system. But folks, that takes a little time, okay? You got to get really good at knowing how to advertise, send people to the website, hope to get a high conversion. We're going to start off with some capture page in the beginning. They're not going to be as high converted as later on once we start testing it. And by the way, I'm a marketer. I know we have to always test. If you keep the same capture page over and over again, that means I'm not doing my job because we're not testing. You always keep testing. You always have what's called a control piece, and you always want to try to outperform it. Then if you're making money, you have an advertising budget, we'll start sharing where you could go to advertise. Solo advertising is really good if you have a little bit of marketing budget. I have a company that will post Craigslist ads for you for $150, 10 ads a day for 14 days. Now, when I post a Craigslist ad, I get sometimes 1 lead, 2 leads a day, but I'm limited. I only doing a Long Island, although there's softwares out there where you could go multiple locations and change your IP address. I was doing that. It's just a pain in the butt. But if I'm just rather maybe just pay somebody to do it, then you drive them to your capture page. And again, we're going to have a tracking system so you can track your advertising. So the ultimate goal is to have an automated system and generate your leads that way. And hopefully you get lucky and someone will call you up and they want to sign up. But that takes time, okay? But the best opportunity, of course, until you get to that point, is to do whatever it takes to win. That's it. Whatever it takes to win. No excuses. And folks, one other thing. This is a fact. There are people in Rocket Care Cycle are not making money. Chances are they might be in part of a bad team, but most likely they're not making money because they're not taking action. People jumping them, But if you ever get on a board where you got people not doing anything in the 4 line, that's actually a good board. Oh, nobody's on my board doing anything. But guess what? You do something, you get people to do something, you jump them. You get to the top of the line a lot quicker. That's a fact too, by the way. So you do whatever it takes to win on a part-time level, but just be totally committed to your goal. See, I don't know what your goal is. Whatever that goal is, maybe the goal is just to get a brand new car. How much money do you need to make to get a brand new car? I mean, so that's what this is all about. It's about you, your goal, your personal goals. What will this do to make your life happier for you and for your wife or husband and for your family and your kids, vacations, car, new house, whatever. It's all about what's this going to do for you. But whatever it is, and once you commit to that, you got to commit to that. You got to take action. And you got to take responsibility, because with freedom comes responsibility. And if you fail in Rocket Care Cycler, like I was saying, there's people not making money Rocket Care Cycler. The chances are they're part of a bad team. You are not part of a bad team. You're part of a great team. And if you and there are a lot of people in Rocket Care Cycler making a lot of money, and there are a lot of people in Rocket Care Cycler making money. So it's up to you how big you want to make it, or how much money you want to make. So, folks, I think that's my last slide. Let me see. Yep, that was my last slide. So I'm going to close with this. You keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. Anyone can be excited for 2 weeks or even 2 months, but to stay excited, that's the key. And the only way you're going to stay excited is if you start seeing results. So the ball's in your court. I apologize that I couldn't make this a live training, but I'm going to get this link out right now. So, folks, thank you so much for getting on this call or watching this recorded presentation. And please, folks, take action. You're holding the ball right now. I did a baseball analogy. Run for the goal line and score a touchdown for your family. Thank you. God bless, and have a great day. Bye for now.